Good morning everyone, it's the 79th episode of Canned Workouts in the Step Up, 21st of October 2020. Good morning everyone, as you're all filing in, I'll quickly go over the paperwork. So please, if you haven't seen a doctor to allow you to exercise, please see a doctor. If you don't want to see a doctor, I'm actually qualified to actually give you my PARQ health questionnaire form, and we can actually go over some details. Fill out the last sheet and the first sheet. If you tick yes, fill anything in the middle, you will find this sheet at the pinned just below the video on YouTube or my website or at the top of my Facebook page. Get it to me in any way you possibly can and we can discuss it. Right. Oh, good morning. Right. Okay, let's bring everything up. Good morning. I've just got something through today. Some big thick grips. I'll show you. They are big grips for going round some dumbbells and barbells to make them thicker for people with bad hands, especially in cold weather. I'm glad I ordered two because I didn't know you only got one, so I got two. Thank goodness for that. Right, that's always a benefit. Right, so what we'll do is we'll quickly go through the today's myth number 4 from Declan Doyle's the top 23 nutrition and exercise myths everyone should know. And then I'll show you one of the exercises which is quite advanced and I'll show you how to regress it. I thought I'd just stick in some advanced exercises because then it caters for a lot of people. You can always regress back. Right, so myth 4. Fresh food is better than frozen. The belief that eating produce that is fresh is always better than eating frozen isn't necessarily true. As with most things in life, things are a little bit more nuanced. Firstly, we eat fresh veggies and fruits just after harvest ensures you get a lot of nutritional value. It's rarely the case, as there is evidently a time lag between when they are picked at the time to the time when they get to the consumer. In fact, a recent study showed that fresh produce scored worse than frozen after 5 days in the fridge. For example, in this study, salad greens lost between 35 and 86% of their vitamin C. That's a lot because of the water content. After 10 days in the fridge. Depending on certain circumstances, frozen may be a better option if you're not going to consume veggies and fruit straight away. Mainly because it's a method that it can be used to limit nutrient loss. Additionally, the cooking method is another factor. Different temperatures will dictate nutrient quality. The truth is that better depends on multiple factors, particularly how fast your veggies and fruits get to your plate after harvesting. Frozen is often just as good, if not better. Right, so I will go into a few things that I know about fresh fruit and veg and frozen. So if you have an allotment, that's the best. Literally is the best, especially if you pick it and eat it that day. Because you've actually done it naturally, organically, and it hasn't been fast-tracked. Things you find in supermarkets, especially the bigger supermarkets, they're fast-tracked, they're actually grown on nutrient beds. They're grown all year round. Then sometimes the soil can be a little bit less in nutrients. So the nutrients in it are less. Also, those bananas, when they start getting shipped to us, they are really dark green. And I mean dark, so dark green, it's dark green. I haven't got a green actually around here at the moment, apart from that, similar to that actually. Okay, so by the time they get to us, they're actually that lime green. And when they get to the grocers, they're starting to go yellow. Okay, so that could be between 1 and 2 weeks to get to us. So just imagine that the loss of nutrients. Also, they're not fully ripened yet, so they haven't actually gone through the full maturation of growing. Secondly, frozen foods tend to be flash frozen there on the spot at picking, so all the nutrients are actually held. Now, one of my problems with this is possibly The crystallization of the nutrients, I must admit I haven't read anything else on this, but I have to take into consideration that flash freezing vegetables will crystallize the nutrients, and because of the water amount, when you defrost them, it does evaporate some of the milk, some of the water, especially if you actually cook it fast. Also, cooking fast will keep the nutrients in the fruit and veg longer. So that's mainly that. So yeah, it's a toss up. The stuff you get in supermarket, I would say, is less quality. The ones from greengrocers tend to be of a better quality. For a start, I've always found that the apples are a lot tastier. If the item is tasty, that means it's not been grown as quickly. So basically, it's not just bare water, it's actually some solid substance to it. But I would definitely state that if you can seasonally eat off an allotment, that is the best way of getting your veggies. Fruits in this country are a bit more difficult, but that's the best way, I would say. Right, now I've got down off my soap crate. Wait, sorry. Now I've got off my soap crate, I'll actually show you one of the exercises, which is a very advanced one. It's an assisted one-arm press-up. Yes, people going, oh my goodness, I can't do that. You'll be using this step for this if you're going to do it. So what I will do is I will show you how to do it. So I'm going to put the step down and get into a press-up position. If you can't do it like this, it doesn't matter. Remember, we can regress. So get into a press-up position with the step just next to one hand. What you do is you lift up, put that hand on top of there, and then you angle yourself slightly over the other hand, so when you go down, you can press up more through the hand on the floor because you're more over it, the gravity is more going down that way, and you'll have less of a muscular contraction or push through the other arm because it's further out and you haven't got the gravity. Okay, getting your legs wider is a lot easier. You'll see a lot of people do one-arm press-ups and they're like that. Okay, so it's going down and up. So yeah, that's why they do that, because it actually stops them from falling over on the face and looking silly. But that's that. If you can't do that, what you just do is do a press-up. If you can't do that, go down to your knees. Now make sure where my bum is, okay? It's in between my knees and my shoulders. Most people, when they get on their knees like this to press up, they push back and they start kissing the floor like the Pope does. Okay, that's not the exercise. You'll be doing more of your shoulders than anything, and you actually won't be doing much at all. So remember to keep your bottom over. So you might need a mat underneath your knees for that. If you can't do that, you can always do it on a countertop or a chair. You can even do the assisted one just by going a little bit over one arm and pushing up that way. It's distinctly up to you which one you use. You know your body better than I do. As I said, I've thrown this in as a wild card. So it's up to you how you want to deal with it. Right. So, also the main thing is be safe. Right, let's start warming up. I'm sure there's something else we're supposed to say. Right, so we'll start by just marching on the spot. Timing the music, good. How's everyone today? Oh, I closed the front door when the postman came. Excellent. Try and get those knees a little bit higher now, pointing those toes. I was also giving a bit of feedback the other day. If I'm doing the one stretch, turn to the side slightly so we can see form, and also to not blind you with my bald spot. But I might actually put talcum powder on that instead. Excellent. Single knee up. Good. Let's warm up those arms. Forward and cross over. Swallow which one's on top. Please excuse the pink, the burgundy ghost in the corner. I'm doing some shelf rebuilding of shelves, so all the stock's over there from our larder. If it moves, tell me. Might scare the heck out of me. Brilliant. Excellent. Just swing them now underneath. Gosh, on my monitor it looks like I've got about 28 arms. Excellent. Good. We're going to go up, up, down, down now. Starting with one leg. Keep those arms moving. I'll have to find a little bag for those grips now. Or make one. I could sew one. I'm a fair sewer. Not brilliant. Excellent, keep it going. Try to keep the shoulders down, don't hunch them up. Sometimes when people concentrate, they tend to hunch the shoulders. Changing in 3, 2, 1, and change. Oops, I changed the bars on the step itself. Sorry about that if I threw you off. Seconds. Oh, another thing on fruit and veg, yeah, eat locally. Eat stuff from locally picked and sourced. A lot better quality. Particularly meat, a lot better. That's if you're a meat eater.
3, 2, 1.
Right, go to knee ups. Alternating legs. Get a little bit close to the back there. Twenty seconds left. Ten. So we've got 10 exercises,
3,
basically.
2, 1.
Including the warm up to do on the
Change
step.
exercise.
Right, so march on the spot. So I'm just moving my step forward a little bit. Right, we're going to go up, up, side, side, up, up, back.
3,
2, 1. So I'm starting my
Exercise 2.
green. Fifteen seconds. 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
And we'll just march on the spot again. We're going to swap with the legs now. So I started with the green, so I'm now going to the pink. So it's step up, up, side, side, up, back, and then back. But I omit the last side.
3,
2,
2,
1, and
exercise
up.
3.
There we go. You know what to do. If you don't know what to do, look to the person on the next stream. Oh, I'm a wally. 12 seconds.
3,
2, 1. We're going to go to little
Change
flick kicks on the
exercise.
floor. Get a bit more energetic. We're going to go flick kicks on the step next as well. So we're going to alternate legs and then kick out. Not like Bruce Lee,
3, 2,
more like Kevin Bacon.
exercise
And
4.
out and kick. Swap legs and kick. Try not to lean back. You don't want to push the board or the mat or the step away from you. Try and keep nice and upright. "15 seconds. 5.
3,
I'm going to turn slightly sideways.
1. Change
Excellent. I think I
exercise.
will turn slightly sideways anyway. Right, so flick kicks again. Flick kicks on the floor. This time, what we're going to do, we're going to get over the box.
3,
And we're going to
2,
do up, up, down, down
One.
sides. So a bit faster. So it's
Exercise
up, up, down, down. Stick your bottom back. When 2. Get your heart rate up. 5.
3, 2, 1. Change
Right,
exercise.
flick kicks again. I think it's way off the camera now. So we're going to start with the other leg this time when we start. So I started with the green leg. So normally, whichever leg you want to do first, for the second set, then change the legs over.
2, 1. Exercise 6.
Try and land with your full foot on the step. Try and give a little bit of bounce though. Oops. And if you try to concentrate like me about what to do next, you'll end up doing a mistake. Sometimes on a floor like mine, you'll end up chasing the step around the floor.
2, 1. Change exercise.
Mark on the spot, or a little bit of jog. And split mats underneath the board are brilliant. Unfortunately, all mine are used at the moment on trays to stop plates from sliding around like old-fashioned doilies.
3, 2, 1.
Oh
Exercise
gosh, what are we going to
7.
do now? Let's do Superman. So up and out. So leg out to the back, arms forward. Try not to hyperextend that back. Try not to kick the furniture. Mainly for me, that one. I like to keep a nice little bend slightly in the straight leg down the bottom. Avoids me from actually damaging the knee. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change
Brilliant.
exercise.
Right, we'll do high knees this time. Nice and easy high knees. Then we're going to do up, up, down, down. Gosh, that door needs to open up a bit more. You never know how the days are going to go, you know, do you? Right, up, up, down, down.
Exercise
Good track for this. I had to laugh the other day. I was watching YouTube and an advert came on, and one of these free Ben Sounds tracks came on. I kind of thought, it doesn't fit. Because basically I've known it for doing this. Also shows they're cheapskates. They should be paying full price to keep the artistry in business.
3,
Of course,
2,
I agree with you.
1. Change exercise.
Right, flick kicks. Right, then we're going to swap feet again. Five seconds.
3,
Two,
2,
1.
1.
And go.
Exercise 9.
Excellent, try and keep your rhythm going. Anytime you do cardio or anything like that, you feel pains in your chest, stop, sit down. If you're still there after 5 minutes, call a doctor. Also try not to trip up over the lip of your step, like I just did. On with big feet. 10 seconds. Oh, got one left after this. Oh, that means I've got to think of another exercise. Come on, mentally, send one to me.
2, 1. Change exercise.
Right, march on the spot. I think we'll do side kicks. I don't mean Batman and Robin.
2, 1.
Right, so we're going to go up,
Exercise 10.
arms out, leg out, swap. And careful about that chair. Brilliant. Oh, it's warm. 10 seconds. Good job, water break in a minute. I've been eating loads. I hope you're taking some as well. 2, 1. You see how that flawlessly wove in then? Right, so water break time. We're going to need the step, so leave it out. Even if you're not doing the assisted one-arm press-ups, you'll still need it. Make sure you ingest lots of this liquidy, non-alcoholic stuff. My goodness, that's half my bottle already gone. Right, so we've got 40 seconds left. So what I'll do is I'll explain the exercise. We're going to start off with, so I'll turn the board to a diagonal. What we're going to do is, we're going to step on the step with your foot behind. To keep that foot on there, we're going to have the dumbbells. I won't hold them for no moment, down by the side. What we're going to do is we're going to push through that leg up, with our legs hanging off the floor, and then we're going to put it down again. So push up and down, push up. Really try and feel that glute and the thighs tightening, and push up. So we're going to go and get the dumbbells, and we'll swap halfway
3,
through.
2, 1. Exercise
And
1.
go. So it's nice and easy, not too fast, not too slow. Try not to hyperextend that knee at the top, so don't lock it out. I'm now looking at the clock now, trying to figure out when to change it. I don't want to miss out. 3 seconds. 2, 1, and swap legs. The reason why I like this one is because a lot of people tend to put the feet right next to each other and the knee goes way over the toe and it starts hurting the knees. So this way you have to keep your gravity
3,
backwards.
2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent, so it's a good way to actually rehabilitate your knee, that. Right, one arm press ups. Now have you picked which one you want to do? We'll do half and half, okay? It's It's good with the medicine ball because then you get to
3,
spin between 1.
2, 1.
Are you ready?
Exercise 2.
Or you can just laugh at me. Let's go. Ten seconds to changing. 3, 2, 1, and change. So yeah, that's a quick change. Unfortunately, this is your weaker side. You always choose your stronger side first. Everyone knows that, especially my class.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent. So if you did that, how did you do? Please tell me. I'd love to know. Next exercise. It's a full hard workout this. We're going to do switch lunge. So we're going to get into a lunge position and we're going to switch it over. Okay, so it's a nice little jump. If you don't want plyometrics, you can do reverse lunges instead.
Exercise 3.
Okay, you ready? And go. You can do it with weights as well for added intensity. "15 seconds. Oops. Knew I'd do that. 5, 3, 2, 1. Whoa.
Change exercise.
Whoa. That's a hard one to do for 40 seconds. We're doing pulsing squats next. Feet shoulder width apart, hips back, look forward, get down into position. We're going to pulse up and down. People who don't want to do that,
3,
you find it heavy on the knees or the hips,
1.
you can just do
Exercise 4.
ordinary squats. Let's go. Keep the knees following the toes. Try and avoid putting your hands on your knees. So what you're doing is you're using your shoulders to try and help you keep bouncing. Boring, I know. Apart from when the actual tingling pain starts. That's your lactic acid. Saying, we're working so hard, we're squeezing out so tight.
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Whoa,
Change
shake them out.
exercise.
Oh, I find that helps, just shaking the muscles. We've got star jumps next. So star jumps, above your head. Or what you can do star step outs if you don't want to do the low impact version.
2, 1.
Or if you're tired.
Exercise 5.
Let's go. Hard to speak when I was doing this though. "15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change exercise.
Oh, I'm going to need the dumbbells. Oh, poop for this. Alternating shoulder press. Feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Dumbbells up in front of your face, slightly at ear height. Elbows in front, not at the side.
3, 2,
And you're going to push them
1.
up
Exercise
like a piston.
6.
Try not to weave from side to side, forward and backwards. Why do I have my elbows in front? Those of you who are quite common to my live stream will say, to save your shoulder joint. Well, you should be saying that. "15 seconds. Oh, I could do with the other half of my drink in a minute. 5,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Brilliant, right.
Change exercise.
We'll go back to no weights. Right, side to side touches. We're not doing this on the step. So we're going to get a nice long stance. Opposite hand towards the opposite foot. You're going to have your
3,
weight over that, you're going to switch.
1. Exercise
Okay.
7.
It's not exactly high impact because one foot's always on the ground. If you want to make it harder, you can actually lift yourself off the ground by just punching through the toes. Try and get almost all the way back up each time you actually swap legs. Added core exercise there. Ten seconds. 5.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent, good, right. Line jumps. I'm regretting doing all these now. So you got a line down the middle. What you're going to do is you're going to jump from one side to the other. If you don't want to do that, just do side steps. The better version of this is side step to a curtsy.
1. Exercise 8.
And let's go, whichever one you want to do. Don't worry, the oblique jacks, we won't do the little hop. I think we've done enough plyometrics, bouncing, like Zebedee. And again, people who don't know who Zebedee is, shame on you! 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1.
1. Change exercise.
Oh, oblique jacks. So what we do is we're going to put our hands behind our ears, stand straight up, upright, one knee comes up to the side, and the elbow comes down
3,
to go
2,
just past it.
1.
And then you swap sides.
Exercise 9.
Try and work those obliques, nicely working your glutes and your back as well. Try not to lean forward, so I'm going to turn diagonally. You can see I'm leaning a little bit forward when I go over. You've got to when you actually bend, but I'm not bending over like that. Okay, 15 seconds. If you can't get your hands and your elbows to knees, doesn't matter. Bring your elbows down. Just try and twitch those hands.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent. Last exercise, vacuum pump. Right, this is one which most people won't know. You may have heard of in the bodybuilder trade. What we're going to do is inhale and try and pull the abdominals as far back as possible. Hold it for a split second, let go. So it's
3, 2, 1. Exercise 10.
I'm over exaggerating the actual breathing. Try and get those abdominals really up, you'll feel them. It's also a good breathing practice. But I will tell you, it's not good for ultimate breathing practice. I'll tell you why in a minute. Are you feeling tired yet then? I know I am.
3,
It's a good control
2,
of
1.
the transverse abdominis, which is the thin muscle underneath your bumpy, lumpy bits on top. Right, so that is great for practicing getting deep breaths in and getting your abdominals working. Also helping pelvic floor for ladies and men. But is it good for natural breathing practices? No, because when you breathe in, your diaphragm should really come down and your tummy should come out. Now, if you're an opera singer or something like that, when I got taught, it was always diaphragm out to really get that really big rib cage. That's why singers have got a really big rib cage, because they can't sing with a big tummy. So it's very similar to that, but when you breathe out, you should go, breathe in, so you go, your diaphragm should come out, so you should have like a little pot belly, and then when you breathe out, you should be able to breathe it all out. Oh, that's difficult. Right, you're ready to start off all again. Last time through. I'm full of water, I must be squirting myself. Get your dumbbells ready. Get stood on that pad. Whatever it's called. I keep changing the name. Step. Let's call it a step. It's a step. A step is a step by any other name.
2.
And let's go.
Exercise
Push
1.
up and down. So you should be trying to push up just slightly. If you actually pictured your foot and drew a line where you actually wanted to be pushing the pressure, about an inch or two in front of the pad of your heel, so it's almost mid-foot. That's the best centre of gravity place for it. That's why people with fallen arches have problems. Oh, swap over. Sorry, we'll have to do an extra 5 seconds. It means that you'll have to do 5 seconds less on the push-up, press-ups. Not push-ups, I'm not American.
3, 2, 1.
Have 5 more
Change
seconds.
exercise.
Come on, it's my fault. It's easy to exercise as well a lot. And there we go, right. Get ready into the press up position, whichever one you've deemed to do. Remember on the floor one, go over the
3,
arm on the floor.
2, 1.
So that one's just
Exercise
assisting
2.
you with balance. Your elbows should be going slightly backwards. They should not be on line with your shoulders. Your hand should be, if you drew a line, your shoulders should be over the line between each hand. Arms full sides. There's a stone down here. Go away. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Change exercise.
So that's probably one of the hardest exercises I'll ever show you to do, because I won't ever do a burpee on this live stream, because I'm nice. Switch lunge. Yeah.
3,
More like
2,
Dylan this morning.
1.
Yes.
Exercise 3.
Right. So let's do switch lunge. So you're just swapping from either one. Remember, if you don't want to do this, you can always do reverse lunges, which is just going backwards. Very low impact. Very good on the knees and hips. Also, if you find these really hard, don't lunge back as far. Don't have to traverse. I'll show you the hints and tips of everything. Now the best way of teaching is just go like that. So it sounds like you're doing it. Don't. You're only cheating yourself.
2, 1. Change exercise.
Pulsing squats. Wow, I can't believe you actually spelled Zebedee correct. I can't.
3, 2,
Right, so
1.
hips out,
Exercise
get down,
4.
let's pulse. Down as far as you can. If you're feeling strain in your knees, put your hips back a little bit further. Okay, the only reason why I'm leaning forward now is I'm still looking forward. I've still got a nice straight bike. I'm just trying to actually counterbalance my gravity. And if you want a little bit of a jazz, you can always go from side to side and have a little bit of a dance. But that's harder. And we're already doing hard enough exercise as it is. Why torture yourself? That's my job.
3,
2, 1.
Change
Whoa.
exercise.
Right, star jumps. Right, anyone lightheaded, just take a breather. We've done an awful lot of jumping, moving around and bouncing, so your blood will be very fluid and it'll probably be getting to your head very, very quickly.
3, 2,
So just be careful of that.
Exercise 5.
Because after that exercise I was just feeling slightly lightheaded, but by the time the star jumps came up, I felt fine. So it's just your body going back into homeostasis. Again, remember, if you don't want to do this, you can always do step out. That's it. 12 seconds. Try not to get your heels out like that when you do star jumps. A lot of people do this, especially ladies.
3, 2,
Sorry,
1.
but it's true.
Change exercise.
Not being sexist, but in the health industry, Sorry, there's only two genders, male and female. Testosterone and estrogen. That's the only two things that you need to train for. Alternating shoulder press. Yes, there is only two genders, unfortunately.
Exercise 6.
In this, so none of this. 57, because whatever you identify with will not be your body type. So just be aware of that, please. Though I welcome anyone, animal, mineral or vegetable. Whereas the vegetable is me. Excellent, good. I didn't even tell you what class we're doing. You're doing well.
2, 1. Change
Side toe
exercise.
touches. I think we're doing enough bouncing. I think what we'll just do is do alternating toe touches. May as well. If you want to do the side touches, you can do. But I thought, well, you have bounced around a lot.
3.
So let's
2,
just touch toes.
1.
Okay, so bend, hinge it at the
Exercise
hips,
7.
down to one foot, back up to the middle, back up, other foot, back up, middle, and then back to the beginning again. So if you can't get to your toes, does not matter. Get down to your shins. 20 seconds. Also the breath, the air as you actually go down is quite refreshing. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Change
And we'll change.
exercise.
So good couple of slight deep breaths. And line jumps. I'm kicking myself for writing this now.
3, 2.
Especially in this
1.
weather.
Exercise 8.
Let's go. It's quite hot in this room, even with the door wide open. Excellent, good, doing well. That's it. White, black, white, black, white, black, white, black. That's the towel I'm jumping on. Don't step on the crack. I can't remember the rhyme now. Oh well. 3, 2, 1.
Change exercise.
Oblique Jacks. Almost finished. Do you remember that being a child? Always trying to keep away from cracks as you walk into school. And then other times you always had to step on the cracks, not step on the middle of the bricks.
3, 2.
Otherwise you'd fall into a
1.
lava pit.
Exercise 9.
Right. Yeah, I did that the other day actually. I fell into a lava pit. It really hurt. My imagination was on overdrive. Eleanor was really upset. Excellent, good. 15 seconds. Working those obliques nicely. 10 seconds. 5,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Change
Brilliant,
exercise.
right, the last one is just a vacuum pump. So remember, you can do this slightly perched. I won't do it sat down because it's harder. So remember, it's just sucking in and trying to get the abdominals as far back as possible. I always try and imagine it going diagonal.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
And
10.
go. Seconds. 15.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Down.
Very similar to a lot of times when back in the mid-90s, early 90s, a lot of people always got told to clench the bottom while sat at the desk. Try and get one, the blood flowing. Two, to try and work those muscles, especially the glutes, to get them activated, to stabilise the back, and also help with the hamstring reduction with being sat so long. Very similar to that, really. It's some people got told to do it whilst driving, and there was a lot of exercises like that called isometrics, but I basically got you to breathe in and out because I find that more effective than just trying to hold it for 30 seconds, because then you'd be on the floor next to me like that. We don't want that. So let's do some stretching. Right, so I'm going to turn slightly off cue, and I'm not gonna blind you. Okay. So we're gonna feet slightly wide apart, slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent. Hands on the thighs. We're going to roll down and touch our toes. How's that look? I look all right. Right, lift one toe off the ground. And swap sides. And down. We keep on down. What we'll do this time, we stay down, we'll swap our leg across and try and touch that front foot. Just feel it in a slightly different way. So we're actually doing more down the sides. Mainly, I think it's actually the front leg which should feel it more, especially if you're actually just over the front leg. And what we're going to do is swap over now and go to do the front leg. Two, one. So I want to actually stretch all the hamstrings. So what we're going to do is just stand in a plie position. So 90-degree angle with your legs. And now we're going to bend over again at the waist. Try and touch those toes. Just feel it on the outside. And also running into your hips slightly. And probably slightly over your back. Because what we're doing is we're stretching muscles which don't tend to get stretched, the ones on the outside. Two, one. I'm going to do a weird one now. I did the other day with some clients. Stick your toes together, okay? Not your knees, stick your toes together. So you will look a little bit like Walter Pigeon. And what we're going to do is we're going to bend over again. Your knees will bend, don't bother about that for this one, but you will feel it, especially around that region there. Two, one, and up. Excellent, let's open up your chest. Turn your arms over, push back. Alright, last stretch, we're going to stretch up. Ooh, got a new message, has a look. Oh no, good on you. So the message is, had a go at number 2 but could only get down 3 inches. No, that's better than 0 inches. That's brilliant. And what we're going to do is we're going to release now. And thank you very much everyone.
Timer is complete.
Proud of you. trying it out. Good on you. Oh, yes, it was a hard exercise today. It was a good one. I do like putting a little bit of harder exercises in with the step up because you're only doing 2 sets. So hopefully I won't get it any harder. I do plan now on Thursdays for the full week, so give me good thoughts for tomorrow, okay? So let me get it going. So I hope everyone's going to be alright, have a good day, enjoy the day. It's actually dried off quite nicely at the moment. It's a lovely autumnal day. Enjoy your day, enjoy your health. And I'll see you all later on Friday at 9:30. So God bless, take care everyone. Bye for now.